Shalom Makim, for example, pays and Gordy How by Shimil Shab, Shem Krokadash, the Mon Apostle Ramil, so I say to the lip. That's what I'm not getting into right now. About is in Sodom and Gomorrah. But more importantly, a definition of Sodom and Gomorrah that most people don't really know. But let's get to it real quick. This is Genesis 19, starting at the top, and it reads, "And there came two angels to Sodom at even. And Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them. So he bowed himself with his face forward to the ground, and said, Behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we shall abide in the streets all night. And he oppressed on them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered the house, and he made them a feast, and did break unleavened bread, and they did eat." So he invited. So the little recap basically, two angels came to Sodom, Lot saw them, and they invited him to their house. Invited the two angels to their house. Verse 4. But before they laid down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all people of every quarter. So a bunch of men just basically surrounded their house. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them unto us, that we may know them. Now, right there, know them, right? What does that really mean? And that's when I break it down, because if you read it based on the stuff like that, like people get lost. Like, well, I mean, know them. And it's Genesis chapter 4. Verse 1, and it reads, "And Adam knew his wife." And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain. And I said, I have gotten a man from the Most High. So read that real quick and break it down piece by piece. So Adam knew Eve. So first off, here we know who Eve is. Here we met Eve. You can't meet someone again. But after that, she knows that they knew each other. Then they bear a son and bear Cain. It's truly because that word means is that they had sex. In verse 25, and it reads, "And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son." So how you know the same person twice? It makes no sense. And was called Seth, for Yahweh. She said, "She appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew." So notice that. So going back to the top, it says he knew his wife is again. How do you know your wife again? That doesn't make no sense. Truly is that word knew means they're fornicating. They're having sex. I'm going to jump to verse 17 though. And Adam knew his wife. So wait, how can you know your wife? You just haven't married a wife, and now you know her. That makes no sense if you think it's based off the top, like just based off not reading anything. John, Adam knew his wife. She conceived and bare Enoch. So after they know, then if he's single, they didn't know their wife, then they bear the child. So what truly that means? That the word "new" is that they're having sex. They're making a child, making a baby. So if you go back into Genesis 19, I started verse 4, and it reads, "But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house around, both old and young, and all people from every quarter. So basically, there's a bunch of men that's come around and circle the place, man. And verse 5, and they called to Lot and said unto them, where are the men? Where are the men which came to and to thee this night? Bring us them out that we may know them. They want the fuck. They're fucking. They're homosexuals. Verse 7, verse 6. And Lot went out at the door unto them and shut the door after him. And I pray, brethren, do you know not so wickedly? Behold, now I have 2 daughters, which have not known man, which no man means that they're virgins. They have not had sex before at all. Let me, I pray unto you, bring us thou unto you, and do ye to them as good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing. Like, all right, I have 2 daughters. You can have your way with them. You can do whatever the hell you want. Just don't touch these 2 men. Only unto these men do nothing, for they came under the shadow of my roof. So like, well, they didn't want the women. They want men because because the whole town was just full of homosexuals, man. Well, that's where the breakdown of word no in scripture, man. With that, I'm going to open Gordy How by Samuel Shah, by Sean Clark Dust. Next time, Shalom.